But for me, what he said, that pricked me, that I needed to respond to, is their continuous attempt to take John Dramani Mahama, a squeaky clean gentleman, as being corrupt. Really? This shouldn't be. No, this shouldn't be. No.
So Prosper sent me a very interesting one.
This shouldn't.
Okay. Remember you said Ghanaians were calling former President Mahama incompetent.
Yes.
Prosper says, Annie, are Ghanaians saying now
I said they are
that Bawumia is a liar?
No.
Not trustworthy and super incompetent person. His logic is flawed.
No, it's not logic. I said their verdict.
Their verdict?
Yes.
Their voting verdict?
Their voting verdict said he was incompetent.
Okay.
I mean, that was clear.
Okay, okay.
Is Prosper not getting that?
Okay, I think he's gotten that now.
Yeah, their verdict.
Okay.
Annie.
Osman, sorry to interact here.
Yes, if my brother decides to...
I know we're talking Galamsey.
Well, he's responding to your issues.
Okay. I have to respond to a few things. If our brother here and the MPP continue to delve in the area of conjecture and casting insinuations about corruption of the persona of John Dramani Mahama, if we want to go on that tangent, we will crash the MPP. That I can tell them for sure. But Annie, were we not in this same country when someone said the president was in his pocket? Were we not in this same country when Namtechi, in a video, in an analysis expose, said the president was in his pocket? Were we not in this same country when the president was seen taking brown envelope reported to be $40,000, and he was even trying to snatch the money from the person who was giving the money because it was believed that it was bribe? Were we not in this same country? So you don't get up all of a sudden and try to cast insinuations as if John Dramani Mahama is corrupt. The gentleman is squeaky clean, and whatever you do, it will not stick. As for Bawumia, John Mahama has sent a warning that every government official, if you're a man like him who stayed in this country for 8 years, all through the investigations, we are begging Bawumia to please stay in this country after he loses the elections. The issue of PDS is coming. He will be investigated in his involvement with the PDS scandal. We haven't forgotten. In fact, the issue of his brother's own bloated contracts would be investigated. And if it is found that he played a role in one way or the other in influencing his brother receiving bloated contracts, he will not be forgiven. In fact, even the issue of his wife's brother, who also received government scholarships and didn't go and chop the money in Accra here and is receiving salary, all those issues will be investigated. So don't sit back and think that you are free.
What?
You don't know the story of the scholarship secretariat, the scandal?
I know that one, but yes. What about his brother?
No, his wife's brother.
His wife's brother did what?
His wife's brother received a scholarship.
So he
received the scholarship,
okay,
received the allowance, and didn't go to school.
But he didn't go
and
to
didn't refund the money.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And chopped the money.
Okay.
I've petitioned the special prosecutor. So that case is currently at the special prosecutor's
on
office.
that specifically, or the scholarship secretariat itself?
No, the entire scholarship secretariat. His is just one of the issues.
Okay.
His is just one of the issues of the scholarship secretariat.
Okay.
So today, if you want to sit and cast insinuations about which of the two is corrupt, John Dramani Mahama is squeaky clean, as the NDC puts it, and as everyone puts it. But as for your driver's mate, who has touted every day that he's a driver's mate, he should be given the steer, and how he has messed this country up, with the greatest of respect, he doesn't even qualify to be a driver's mate. At most, we will allow him to be a loading boy. But for us to give the vehicle to a loading boy who doesn't know how to drive, that we will not do. In fact, the two of them, Bawumia and Napo, they are both loading boys. So we cannot give them the car to drive. We need to give the car to an experienced driver, in the person of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who has done it before and who will do it again. And the Ghanaian people would not listen to the lies this time around of the MPP, the sweet talk, the deception, the misconception, and the untruth. Ghanaians are wide awake, and they will not buy it this time around.
Okay.
Okay. Well, one thing we can take from what Osman have said, my good friend, is the fact that his admission that Mahama has been a driver before, and we all know he was a careless driver. As I've already said, he was an incompetent driver. He brought Dumso. The sad aspect is that this word has found itself into.
How did he bring Dumso?
Let me clarify it properly for you. During his 4 years tenure, Ghana was permanently in darkness.
4 years, Ghana was permanently in darkness.
He was an incompetent president that, through his incompetency, Dumso has found his way in the Oxford Dictionary. We have seen him driving before. When he left, he had equally driven us to the IMF when there was no external exigency self. What was the external problems? He left us with IMF. So it's not that we haven't seen him. The point we are making is that Bawumia had not been a driver.
Did you solve himself?
Sorry?
Did you solve himself?
When did he end? Whose errand did he end?
Did you solve them?
My question
Simple
is,
question.
The MPP play a major role in ending it.
Okay,
listen, it doesn't matter. When you
did you solve
MPP,
let's assume without admitting.
yes, MPP resolve it.
Did you solve himself?
MPP resolve it. It ended during MPP time. Look,
How did you do it?
MPP resolved this. I'm not in the energy sector, but I am telling you, MPP ended. I had that experience in their 4 years.
Because the party is sending you to communicate, they should tell you the specific things they did.
Listen.
To resolve.
And you see what
I am telling you.
my senior colleague doesn't read.
Look, he doesn't. He kept interrupting. When you were speaking, when you were speaking, I allowed him.
Okay,
please, can you be a gentleman? When you were speaking, I allowed him.
Yeah.
He made so many insinuations. I was surprised you didn't ask him picking questions, and some of them, as he tried to brand himself as saint, that Bawumia is not even qualified to be, he and his running mate are not even qualified to be driver mates. They are Lodem boys. I want to clarify to him that it was a euphemism he had used, a metaphor, to explain the role he played in governance. But what we are saying is that if you compare the role he has played in government, we have not seen him being at the helm of affairs as a president. But we have seen John Mahama as a president. And as I've already said, I am not the one who is saying he was incompetent. We shouldn't give him the chance. The Ghanaian people gave their verdict that the 4 years he was running this country was not good enough for us. And that was why one of your listeners did not pick up properly. That verdict is a summary that he was incompetent, as Bawumia rightly described it. So that's how it is clear. Thank you.